Greeting, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in this world. I just want you to know that you matter. Your smile matters, your existence matters, your presence, your energy, your integrity, your kindness. You matter. Your presence, just by being you, matters. Whether you see it or not, your existence on its own is making a difference. And I can even go to the extent of telling you that you are keeping somebody alive just by being here. You are keeping somebody alive just by being here. You matter. So be proud of yourself. Be kind to yourself, because you really, really matter. A couple of years ago, I used to work in financial services as a project manager in the technology department. And I was working for a really horrible boss, nasty boss, who were keeping us always late at work for his own benefits, so he can get promoted and get a bonus. Anybody who worked in a corporate environment will know what I mean. So I really had an argument with him, a really big argument with him, because we finished at 9 and I was heading home. Took the train, got off the train, and I'm walking in the street just about 5 minutes from home. And on the left hand side, I spotted a bicycle in the middle of the road, and because the street light was off, I couldn't see what's happening in there. So when I go closer, I can see that a cyclist was trapped in there and trying to stand up, but he was weak, too weak to stand up. So I approached him and I spoke to him briefly, and he said I must have passed out when I was cycling. So the first thing that came to my mind is to remove him from there to the sidewalk. So I helped him to stand up and took him to the sidewalk and took his bicycle in there. And I can see that he had a cut in his head. He was bleeding. So as I am a first aider, I took some couple of napkins that I had in my pocket, and I put them in his head, and I told him to hold it so we can stop the bleeding. Anybody who works in the medical department or emergency or paramedic or first aider know that head injuries are quite dangerous if not dealt with. So that was my first priority. And he was okay, he was talking, but he asked me to borrow my phone to him so he can make a call to his girlfriend, and I did that because his phone died. He spoke to his girlfriend, I spoke to his girlfriend as well, and I said, look, I live 5 minutes from here, so he's safe with me. I need to call an ambulance and put him in an ambulance, and then I will go home. So I called an ambulance, and he actually insisted to go, and I said, look, just to be on a safe side, you need to go to hospital because you got a hand injury. The ambulance crew come in. I called an ambulance. The ambulance crew come in, and I briefed them on what happened, and I said bye-bye to him. They took his bicycle and he went. I went on my way. Remember, I had an argument with my boss. I was not in a mood. This was not planned, but God has his ways. I got home as I was eating my dinner. Tired. Actually, adrenaline changed all my mood, so I felt good. I received a call from his girlfriend, and she told me that she's very grateful that I was there, that I stood up for him, that I saved him, that I basically saved his life. But for me, that's I responded to her saying, look, if we are not kind to each other as human beings, if we don't help each other as human beings, what's the point of us being here? And put the phone down and carry on with my dinner. But as I said, your presence, you matter. I didn't matter to my boss that day, he didn't care. But to that person, to that cyclist who was in the middle of the road, a sitting duck for incoming traffic, they will never see him. The light was off, they will run him over. That day, I mattered for that cyclist. My day didn't start good, was not good, but finished. That day, I mattered for that cyclist. I know I was sent to him by God, I don't know, but I mattered. So, I want you to know that you matter. Your existence matters. Be kind to yourself. Be proud of yourself, because your presence matters. You are here for a reason. You matter. You matter. I wish this story and speech reach somebody in the world and change somebody's life. See you on the other side.